says, how can we be sure to leave out human bias in our interpretation? And I'm going to touch that one for a moment. The first answer is you can't. I mean, if you want to think about bias, there are so many levels of this. Daniel Kahneman, the Nobel Prize winning, really he's a psychologist who worked in economics, but his work in behavioral psychology and is full of his research around bias. You can Google that and see all sorts of these. Bias gets in the way, but the first key is to be sensitive to it. And the second key is to use tools that are agnostic. Whereas it may be difficult for me to overcome my bias, the right tools can think, and so to speak, they're not really thinking, but you follow the logic. They're thinking without the biases unless we've programmed them into them. And so some of our tools are designed to squeeze the bias out. An example is when you do the conversion index, you may have some bias, but the point of it is to force you to think through a lens that you might not normally think through. And so while you can't eliminate it, you can certainly counter it.